back to another episode of Around Town. I am your host, Sarah Olson, and today joining me is a very special man, Mr. Larry Baumgartner with Best Hope Therapy, somebody that we might need in the future. Yeah, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
You are a licensed marriage counselor.
Licensed marriage and family therapist is the proper title.
Okay.
Yep.
So what's the difference between a marriage therapist and, say, just a regular therapist?
So, marriage and family therapists, marriage and family therapists actually has specialized training in relationships, and we've gone to school for a degree in marriage and family therapy, and we actually have lots of training kind of behind the scenes or doing that kind of thing. Whereas a counselor, they have a lot of experience kind of in individual work, whether it's PTSD, whether it's anxiety, it's depression, but a licensed marriage and family therapist, somebody that has spent a lot of time in training, has a degree, and is an expert in working with relationships.
So something very specific.
Yes, exactly.
Not like you would go to a family practitioner, they can do everything head to toe, but you are specifically on the heart.
Yes, exactly. Yep, for the love, for the couples and the relationships. Yes, that's what I've been doing for, I guess, it's my 11th year right now helping folks. And I love it. Started over in Tampa many years ago. And then spent some time up north for a little bit, and we relocated to St. Augustine. So I have an office in Palencia.
Yes, perfect.
And so we just love helping folks, and just excited every day when I go to work and kind of talk with folks and kind of help them. It's awesome.
You have a specific approach. You call it supportive.
It's a solution.
Yep.
So it's solution-focused therapy.
Perfect.
And so one of the things that is really different about it is, so in traditional therapy, I would say probably 98% of all kind of talk therapy folks, whether they're psychologists, whether they're social workers or counselors, a lot of the conversation is just really about problems, right? As far as what's going wrong and what's not going well and this, and like, you just kind of like, you walk in going, hopefully this is better, and you walk out going, next session be better, right? It's kind of get your head scratching, right? And so you don't talk about solutions in those sessions. You don't talk about moving forward. You really don't talk about like change as far as to get to where you want to be.
You're more just talking about what you're angry about.
Right, exactly. And so that I kind of look at that as problem-focused therapy. Whereas what I do, it's 180 degrees difference. It's solution-focused therapy, Sarah. So the bottom line is we're going to be talking about solutions. And when I mean solutions, it's every relationship that I see, they've had some past successes, because where you're at right now is not where it always has been, right?
You walk down the aisle for the most part,
exactly.
right?
Yep.
There was a yes there.
Yep, exactly. Yep. And so in couples therapy too, right? But we literally look for, as far as when things were better, what was happening? What were you doing? What was your partner doing at that kind of moment? So those are the solutions that in 2026 and beyond, we can do some of that stuff again, right? I mean, if at a core, if you're just a kind person and you're respectful and all this kind of stuff, like, it's maybe not there today, so we're not going to focus on what's not there. We're going to focus on what you can do to build that again, right? And so we work with building solutions in that regard, and we also work toward where you want to be, right? I mean, like, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, it's called insanity, right?
Correct.
So we have to make some changes, and it takes two to tango in any relationship. So it's a matter of, and when I meet with couples, I always meet with each of them first. And so I want to just kind of get to separately, correct. So I want to kind of see where they're at in their relationship, kind of build some rapport with them, and then like at the end of the session, I'll say something like, what's just one thing that you want to work on between now and that first marriage counseling or couples therapy session? And so when we come back to that session, I hold them accountable. Okay, so I'm like, what's new, what's better, what's different, what are you doing to get to where you want to be? And I always tell folks too, I'm like, give yourself some grace. It's not going to be perfect right away, but then we focus on what it is that was able to be done, right?
So it's almost, it's like steps, so you're not so overwhelmed with analysis paralysis. I have to figure everything out. We have to fix this day.
Yep.
It's a process.
It's baby steps, but the great thing about even those individual sessions is that when I'm having conversations with you, like, you might say to yourself, gosh, I could do this. This would even be a little bit thing. I know my partner's been asking about this. And then we come back the next week and I'm like, how did that go? Well, I tried it, and here's the response I got, and here's the response I got. And so we just kind of continue that positive momentum. And so that's just the great thing about change.
What are some of the common problems that people come to you with?
Yeah, so I've been getting a lot of calls about just communication in general, right? They're not speaking on the same terms. They're not understanding each other. A lot of people these days are kind of waiting to respond instead of like just understanding and sitting there kind of in that conversation with their partners. So we kind of just take a step back, and it's like, let's listen to our
Yeah.
partners, right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be present in the moment. That's a
Right.
huge thing, right? And I know life's busy and all that kind of stuff, but just being present and knowing like where this relationship started, and so city,
Yeah.
you're so and so, like just like you're the person you start, you know, get proper eye contact, body language, all that kind of stuff. So communication is really
Yeah.
huge. And the other thing is like, there's some infidelity. So, and I have been
Yeah.
working specifically with infidelity
hard.
for the past 10 years. Yeah, for the
hard.
past 10, 11 years. And then also just the lack of intimacy. So those
Okay.
kind of the things that I really kind of
Those are very
focus on.
raw, very
They
raw
are,
things,
yep.
and very, very raw to seek help when you need that. When is a good time for a couple to, you know, reach out to you?
I would say anytime they feel like just things are not the way they want them to be,
Okay.
because we have conversations and we talk a lot with love languages, but we're going to have conversations about what you want to see, what you want to have different, your wants, needs, and desires. We're going to talk about that and just open that communication. And so as soon as there's times where it's like we've tried on our own, we just haven't been able to kind of communicate to make this happen again.
Yeah.
Contact me. Let us move forward. And so the best way to reach folks to reach me, Sarah, is through my website,
Okay.
which is besthopetherapy.com.
Perfect.
Besthopetherapy.com. And there's a section up there as far as contact us. You can just send me a quick message and say, hey, I'd like to
Okay.
set something up. And then we do a free 15-minute phone consultation just to make sure
wonderful.
we're a good fit. I can explain
Yeah.
the process a little bit, the
Right.
approach. And a lot of folks are like, sounds good, let's sign up. You know, and that's
Right.
awesome, right?
And they can be virtual
Yep,
or in person.
virtual or in person, like I said, in my
Okay,
Palencia office,
perfect.
which I love helping folks in both ways, definitely.
Oh, that's fantastic. You're serving the community, keeping marriages together.
Yes,
You know,
yes,
they were very
yes.
expensive. You know, there's a big expense, and families there, and children
Yep.
sometimes.
And I will say is that it's a lot cheaper to see a therapist than it is a divorce attorney. Okay.
That's true. Very true.
So love to help
Yeah,
folks for sure.
We'll end on that good point. Thank you, Larry.
thank you so much.
For being on the
Appreciate it.
show. It's a pleasure talking to you and getting to know
Thank
you
you.
more.
Thank you.
And you can watch this and learn more about Larry and get all the things that he just rattled off at propertysolutionsTV.com.